Hi everyone, welcome back to React Native Talk. Today I'm unpacking some huge news when it comes to React Native graphics. I'm talking about WebGPU integration, breakthroughs in React Native Skia, and if you care about silky smooth animations and 3D scenes and all about on-device machine learning, this episode is for you. We're going to be talking about our WebGPU, TypeGPU. We're also going to be talking about some performance tricks inside of WebGPU related to React Native, of course, and also some of the ecosystem wins with the combination of Three.js and React Tree Fiber. So let's get right into it. The first one is why WebGPU matters. WebGPU, you can think about it as the next successor to the modern low-level access to the GPU for high performance 2D and 3D and also general purpose compute. When it comes to React Native, the goal is to have a near perfect API symmetry with the web. So basically you'll be able to copy and paste WebGPU demos from the web into a React Native app and it will work for iOS, Android, and macOS, even Vision OS, or Vision Pro. Basically, also another exciting thing when it comes to WebGPU, which was announced, was the integration with Reanimated, meaning that your WebGPU commands can run on the UI thread, so your app stays fluid even if the JS thread is slammed. This is really cool. Another announcement was made by William. It was a really nice stream. I'm going to put a link in the show notes. Check that out and also check out the stream by William. He's a whiz when it comes to this stuff. Basically, they spoke about TypeGPU. TypeGPU is a library worked on by Software Mansion. It's a strongly typed buffers and structs. It also auto-generates WGSL shader code. I actually don't know some of this stuff. Some of this stuff is like very low level, but it's really cool as well. I'm definitely trying to get my hand into and playing around with some of the stuff. Do go to typegpu.com if you want to play around with the real world use of this TypeGPU. It's really cool. And also there are some other real world uses for it already. We saw that Wayfair's game engine uses the TypeGPU engine. So what I like about TypeGPU, it lets you adopt GPU power progressively. So it means that you can use it for just hotspots of your app. This is really cool. Another part we're going to talk about is performance tricks inside of WebGPU. This was announced as well. Some of it I don't understand as well. For example, they talk about instancing, whereby one draw call, which can render thousands of identical objects. Think about blades of grass. So that means like all of them are gonna be, you're gonna be able to draw all of them. I saw a really nice project which is worked on by a random guy on YouTube, whereby like he's creating a game engine for a soccer match or a soccer game. And in that game he was working on the grass, so like a way to draw the grass, so the triangles. So this was something that will work well for him. Let's also talk about render bundles. Basically, pre-record your heterogeneous scene once, replay every frame with a single GPU command. That's really cool when it comes to performance. And also the final one was compute shaders. Basically, you unlock GPU parallelism for physics, AI, or data transformations. So this means that you will be able to run TensorFlow.js straight inside React Native apps without a canvas. I have a couple of TensorFlow.js projects which I've done on the web. I'm going to try put them into React Native and see if they're going to work well with this web GPU. Another part that we're going to talk about is the ecosystem win. Basically, you have Three.js and we have React Tree Fiber. So here what's happening is that Three.js is adding a web GPU backend plus a TSL, which is a TypeScript shading language, meaning that you write one shader and it will compile on both WGSL and also GLSL. This is early for now, but there are early proofs showing Three.js renders loop running entirely on a reanimated worklet thread, meaning full 3D at 60 frames per second while running on the main JS thread, meaning that meanwhile the main JS thread is frozen. This is really cool. There's an example by Shopify whereby they show their live globe whereby purchases are happening throughout the world, and it renders it's in a globe and you can move around. It was really cool. And also they mentioned that the teams at SpaceX or Starlink are working on some or experimenting on this tech. We already know they have a really cool app which uses React Native. So this is really cool. And so what can you build now? I know some of the things sometimes they can feel like just announcements, but with GPU accelerated, you can already build GPU accelerated ML inference directly in React Native, which is really cool. Also, ultra interactive data visualizations and also games with Three.js on a worklet thread. That's something that you can build today. And also particles as well. There are a lot of examples, confettis and reanimated. So those are actually cool examples, and that's something that we like to see happening. I'll put some of the links in the show notes, and I hope that you really found this exciting. That's the Winwell tour of WebGPU and Reanimated Skia. Enjoy, happy coding.